Hey guys, Jerry here, just stepping to set up this episode. Welcome back once again. I welcome all of you back. I welcome all of you because I know that I was absent for almost 1 month and a half. I was unable to post any video or any content, on my channel because I was preoccupied with an incalculable number of tasks. So I had to solve those tasks first and get them done. Then I freed myself that I was able to come back. So to we in the previous episode, if you wanna find out what we've been doing, what we've been explaining, what we've been decodicating, you have to go back to the previous episode, and you're gonna find out in this playlist, for grade 10, of course. So yes, we're doing a revision. So this is the first lesson, the first revision and lesson that we had to go through. So we done with the whole full revision. So today we'll be doing the training exercise. So we'll be solving the exercises that were requested, by the author, which is Ahem, in the previous video. So we will be solving them today. So let's just jump into it. So straightforward, we are here, we're doing the training exercise. So the training exercise, some of them are referential and parallel to these formulas in the slide 16. You see that there are formulas here, and you have the sign formulas in slide 13. I'll be attaching the PowerPoint, this PowerPoint file into the video, for better scrutiny, for better understanding and the repetition, for more adaptation, to this revision. So yeah, so we will be doing the training exercise. So the training exercise basically is, so you will be solving exercises that were preset. Then what's gonna happen is that in this video I'm not gonna ladder the different steps to the solution. No, I'll explain to you how to find the solution, the different steps with explanation. There will not gonna be any fully written illustration of the solution, full process. There, I'll give you a little bit of glance, here and there wherever it seems a little bit complicated, but you have to get the solution yourself. And by comparison with what will be happening in the description, I will be giving you the different solution, based on each and every exercise. So based on the first exercise, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. So I will be detailing them, step by step, not really step by step. I will give you the final result. Yes, I will definitely gonna give you the final result. Then you will compare with your result. But in this video, I will be explaining, step by step how to get through it and to get to the final result. But if you found that you didn't get a better understanding throughout this video, feel free to just write down into the comment section or shoot me an email. Then I will cover I will cover a specific video, for this. Yeah, no, you don't have to worry about it. Just feel free, shoot me an email or just write down in the description. Then I will cover it up. So nevertheless, let's get into it. So the first exercise says, calculate each of the following algebraic sums below. So we having this, the term A says A equal 2.5 plus into bracket 1.5 minus 4.5. So this expression is like A plus B minus C, right? If you go back to formulas in the previous slide number 16, A plus B, A plus into bracket into bracket B minus C, right? It gives us A plus B minus C. So if we return to the slide 17. So we're gonna have here, it says it gives us A plus B minus C, right? So we're gonna have here 2.5 plus 1.5 minus 4.5. 3. So what's going to happen here, because you have to expand the expression, because you see that with this bracket the expression is a little bit contracted. So what you do, the first thing, whatever is into bracket, you have to eliminate the bracket. You eliminate the bracket by solving according to BODMAS, the BODMAS. BODMAS, B stands for bracket. So you start by solving the bracket. So you start by solving expression into the bracket first. Then the expression obtained, you take the first expression, minus or subtract or divided, or let's say multiply by whatever expression that you from your obtains, of the previous result. Then you will be able to get the final solution. That's how that's how you can do it. So you start with the bracket, you obtain, you will be having an expression, and you either additionate, divide or multiply or subtract from the first expression. That's how you get it done. So A plus into bracket B minus C gives you A plus B minus C. That is it, as simple as it is. So in this case, on number B, we have B minus into bracket no, for the term B, sorry, let me come a little bit of retrospective there. Coming back on B, we're gonna have B equal, let's say, if I have to speak in terms of formula, we're gonna have A minus into bracket B minus C. So if we go back, we're gonna have here, if we go back, we have it right here. So we're gonna have A into bracket B. Is it the right expression there? No, it's not. So yeah, the right expression is right here. So this third one speaks more about it, right? So we're gonna have A minus into bracket B minus C gives us A minus B plus C. So if you go back right here, we're still here. So we're gonna have what? So we're gonna have 2.5 minus, because the first term here is positive, so minus 1.5. Then I will multiply this sign with the parenthesis sign. So minus times minus gives me plus. That's what the expression says here. We're having a plus here because of that, because this minus multiply the minus into bracket gives us the plus. So sign rule, very important, it comes back. So let's go back there. Then we're gonna have our plus 8.2. So you just work on the calculation. And then the other thing is, I'm really gonna advise you, like if you go to my previous video, you will see that I was mostly emphasizing in in being more a handy person than a machine driven one. Yeah, machines are there to help us to get the job done, but being able to use your brain and your hand, thinking, and finding the solution by your own instead of relying on the calculator, I think it's pretty advanced. It's much better, right? So please start with that. Then if you a little bit of ambiguities, a little bit of doubt, then you can use the machine. Be a little bit proactive personally, right? So yeah, there's something you're gonna do for most of them here. And then remember the sign. Remember the sign. Do not forget about the sign, because if you miss the sign and you get the signing wrong, the whole expression is gonna be wrong. Remember that. So there's something you're gonna do for each one of them. I'm definitely sure you're gonna get to the exact same answer. That those that are those that will be given by me in the description of this episode. So yes, the number F is definitely the common sign here is the multiplication, right? We have multiplication everywhere, and the parentheses a little bit, right? The parentheses are put there because of if the term, or let's say the number is attached to a sign or accompanied by a sign. So and we have already let's say, for instance, in this case we have already a multiplication sign here, and if I had to write a negative sign in front and having two different signs approximately set to each other, it's not really mathematical. To make it look more mathematically, ethic, you have to use the brackets. That's why I'm using the brackets here. So yeah, this is very easy, right? With your calculator, you can just get it done. So they're pretty easy. They're kind of a cakewalk. So you use the formula that are there and your knowledge, including your calculator, and compare it to the solution that will be provided by myself into the description. You'll be able to get the correct answer, right? Yeah, got it. So yes, so you'll be able to the first exercise solved, right? Let's go to the second one. With m a relative number, reduce the algebraic sums defined below. So m is a relative number, meaning that m is a number, but in this case m, the substituent is not given. The substituent is m. M is not given. M might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, any number, but in this case m is not attributed. It's not assigned to the exercise, but it's considered as part of the expression, meaning that your solution rather gonna have a constellation of m, or m will exist into the solution plus or minus a constant. That's it. Or a constant will be abrogate, and you're gonna have 2m or m as the final result. That's it. So yeah, what's gonna happen in this case? We have the first term, which is a. So a equal m minus 7 plus into bracket 2.5 minus m, right? So what you do here, you cannot additionate or subtract m and constant. So I cannot say, okay, m minus 7 gives me, I don't know which number. It doesn't make sense, because you have letters and a constant. You cannot mix match them. It cannot. They cannot match. If m had a substituent, it's going to be pretty easy. But in this case, m doesn't have a substituent, meaning that you cannot. And the best part of this expression is that you have two m's, right? So to get it done, you have to assemble, create a set of variables, set of relative numbers in one place, and set of constant on the other place. By that, what do I mean? Let me show you in this expression. So by that I mean this. I mean we're gonna have the first m, which is positive, and the second half, which is negative in one set. So m minus m closer to each other. Then I will go minus 7, right? Then I will go plus 2.5. That's how you're gonna do it. So you solve the m together and the constant together. That's all. And in this case, the one m is positive, the other one is negative, meaning that it's gonna be 0. So 1 minus 1 gives you 0. So you're gonna have the result obtained from minus 7 plus 2.5. It will give you the final result. So that's how you'll be able to solve it that way. So let's carry on. So that's how you're gonna solve each and one of them. So you first of all remove the brackets. Expand the expression, remove the bracket, bring the relative numbers, meaning that the variables on one side or one set, the constant on the other set. Solve the variables or the relative numbers together on one set, and the constant on the other set. Then you're gonna find out if there's still an outcome result from each set, then the both outcomes will give you the final result. So yeah, I think you got it, right? Okay, we're gonna jump to the third one. The third one says the different minuscule letters are defined as relative numbers. Develop each product below. So I mean that these letters, minuscule, mean that small, petite. All these A, B, C, they are relative numbers, because remember I've already explained it in the previous exercise. So they are substitute. In this case, the substituent is not a sign, so you have to keep them. Either they're gonna cancel each other, or you have to keep the relative number into your final expression. So in this case here, we have a equal 3 factor of 2a minus 4.2. So if we go back to formulas, I think there has to be a formula for that. We are in this first formula, right? That says a factor of b minus c equal a times b minus a times c. So the a multiplies each and every term of the expression into bracket, right? Yeah, let's go back. So meaning that we're gonna have these three here, which represent the a, will multiply the 2a and the minus 4.2. So if the 3 which is a factor, or let's say a common factor to these two terms, so if we have to, and it says develop, meaning that they expand, so the result that we will be obtaining will be like this. So the 3 will multiply the 2a, so we're gonna have 6a, and the 3 will multiply the minus 4.2, so we're gonna have minus 4.2 times 3 gives us 12.6. And because you cannot additionate variables and constant, you're obliged to keep both terms as a solution. You're gonna have the solution in the description of this episode, don't worry about it. So yeah, let me just erase everything there. Okay, so the same thing for this one, but remember the sign rule. You have to respect the sign rule. If you do not know how to work on the sign rule, such as in this expression, go back to the previous video that I've made. Go through it, go through them. One of them will lead you into the sign rule, to the better understanding of the sign rule. Then you will be able to sort out this expression. If it's not enough, feel free to comment or shoot me an email. Then I will be able to cover it for you. Okay? Yeah. So or just write it down in the comment section. So the same thing you're gonna do for B and C. So when it comes to D here, if we go back to the formulas, so it has to be this one, the a minus b, factor a minus b multiplied by the factor of x minus y, which is a times x minus a times y minus b times x plus b times y. So the a multiply the terms of the first expression multiplies the term of the second expression. So the first term of the first expression, this term here, multiply the first term of the second expression and the second term of the second expression. Then the second term of the first expression multiply the first term of the second expression and the second term of the second expression. That's how you get it done. So this is it. If we go back, so the term of the first expression in our case here is 2.5. So 2.5 multiplies b, we're going to have 2.5b, and 2.5 multiplied minus 2, we're going to have minus 5, right? Then the minus 2a minus multiplies the b, it gives us minus 2ab, and the minus 2a multiplied the minus 2, it gives us plus 4a. I hope you got it. If you don't understand, go check the sign expression will help you. If you don't, remember the email or the comment, I'll cover it for you. Same thing with the E, same thing with the F, and for the G here, the G, so you're gonna play the same thing we did here with the second and the third term, by using the formula that is on this page. The formula here, I think it has to be this one, the last one, if I'm not mistaken, because there's a different sign. Yeah, you have a different opposite sign here, so meaning that it is the last formula here. So you apply the last formula it gives you the solution. And then after obtaining this solution, then you multiply the total expression with the common factor, which is the 3 in front here. So yeah, you're gonna get it done. So the last the last exercise, it says here, reduce the sums defined below. So you have different terms here. They are kind of a flotilla of terms. Then they want you, to reduce them, make them small, the extent. So you have to compress them. So in this case, you will see that in the first term here, each and every term is attached with a b, right? So they're easy to be solved, right? So they're only b's. There is no a and b. So when you have different variables or you have different letters, keep them separately. If you have common letters, keep them together. So you can solve them as an expression by putting the letter or the variable into bracket as a common factor. Why common? Because that variable is attached to each and every terms of the expression. That's why we say common. Because of that, in our case here, you see here, we have b all over. So this expression could be written as let's say factor of 1.5, right, minus 3.7 plus 2.5 close your bracket times b at the end. Then you solve this constant first, you get the constant done, then you associate the b, which gives you, I don't know, 2 points times b. That's it. But you're gonna get the solution. I will give it to you. You don't have to worry about it. So yes, the other thing is okay. Yes, let's keep going then. So the second one, the same thing. You have everywhere m. You put m as a common factor, or you keep the m in your mind. You play with the constant. I mean the factor. You consider them as constant attached to m. You are either you additionate or subtract or multiply or divide them first according to the BODMAS rule, and at the end you attached the variable to the final constant. You see what I mean? Yes, I will give you the solution. It's going to be up to you to get it done. So here as well, it's the same thing. You have now a little bit of polynomial here, second degree, expression, and a little bit of variables here of second degree, and expression with plus constant. The same thing. You take all the variables on one set and the constant on the other set. You solve the variable first and you solve the constant. Both sides we're gonna give you the final solution. Either those who are gonna cancel, or those who will be able to round up the set to 0, that the whole set will be cancelled. So you're gonna be remaining with one of the two sets. In case one set cancels itself automatically to 0. So yeah, this is how you do it. Then you will be able to get it done. That's how you're gonna get it done. So the other thing is that I'm gonna take this opportunity just to show you what is the upcoming revision here. We're gonna go to revision 9. Revision 9, that stands for square root. So the next lesson, the next revision is gonna be the square root. So I'm gonna take you through the whole set of square roots from start to finish, a little bit complicated to the easiest one. We're gonna go through all of them, step by step. We're gonna go through all of them step by step with better explanation. I know you're gonna grasp it and be able to use it for yourself. Okay, so yeah, you don't have to worry about it. But this is gonna be the next chapter. That's the next revision that we will be covering, right? So I just wanted to give you a heads up, for you to see what is coming ahead. So we're gonna deal with the square roots, division square root, multiplication square root, addition, and subtraction, and a little bit of middle class complicated square roots. That's not gonna miss. It will be there. Yeah, it's gonna be there. I like it. So yeah, I think this is what I wanted to share with you for today. And yes, okay, I think we've reached the bottom line now. And the other thing I want to share with you is this software. We'll be using it because I use it for analytical calculations and analysis, yeah, of my engineering project. So this is a software, but we will use it in this level. No, we don't need it. You have your calculator for confirmation. You can just use your calculator to confirm, but there will be a stage probably with the grade 12. I will see if I can be able to use the software with the grade 10, probably with the grade 12 and grade probably college and those who will be from the upper or higher grade level, to the college or university. I will be able to take you guys through it. And then you will find it probably useful. I believe so. Yeah, with full heart. Yes. For today, we're gonna stop here. So just remember, the next lesson will be based on square roots. So this is gonna be our next lesson. So without further ado, I'm gonna wish you a fantastic day. Just take care. Be strong, be safe. I'll catch you in the next episode. Cheers.